Provost Neiman, will you please escort Eric Schwartz to the podium? Provost Neiman, please read the citation.
Distinguished alumnus, international humanitarian, influential scholar, your public service and academic leadership continue to shape the world. Through your work at the National Security Council, United Nations, and as U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for Population, Refugees, and Migration, you championed those in greatest need. Your personal and professional commitment to international peace, justice, and human rights stands as a model for all. For all of these accomplishments, as well as those to come, the State University of New York is proud to present you with the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws. State University of New York, May 16th, 2014.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State University Board of Trustees, with the faculty of the State University of New York concurring, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and invest you with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. In token thereof, I hand you this diploma and vest you with the hood appropriate to your degree.
I'm so grateful. Many thanks, President Stenger, Provost Neiman, other deans, faculty here today, and students for this great honor. I stand before you a very proud graduate of Binghamton University, class of 1979, a former student who regarded my years at Binghamton as among the most important in my life. I came here in the fall of 1975, some 39 years ago, to Newing College, with only the most general sense of what I wanted to, that I wanted to have a career in public life, and the academic experiences, the mentoring, the opportunity to explore possible career options were critical to my own growth and development, intellectually, ethically, and socially, and they were crucial in helping me to sharpen my focus and my goals. I truly think often and reflect back on the life lessons learned here. Not a day goes by without my thinking about a concept, a lesson, an experience I had at this wonderful institution. I'm grateful I had the opportunity to be mentored by so many professors, like Professor Edward Weisband, who spent so many years here in the Department of Political Science, who was responsible for inspiring me toward a professional life in international affairs, foreign policy, human rights, and humanitarianism, a mentor whom I still seek out for advice and assistance. I'm thankful for the many friendships I developed here. Friendship with Professor and mentor David Singranelli, who was a freshly minted assistant professor at Binghamton, taught me about the Congress, and now plays such a critical role in educating young people in the area of international human rights. So let me lay my cards right out on the table for you. While I'm proud to serve as dean of one of the country's leading schools of public affairs, I came to the Humphrey School of Public Affairs at the University of Minnesota in the fall of 2011 as a practitioner. And while I spent some time as a visitor at Princeton, teaching in their public affairs program, In truth, my defining professional experiences have found me at the United Nations, at the Department of State, at the White House and the National Security Council, and in the NGO community. In short, in the world of policy and practice. And I came to the Humphrey School with a distinct commitment to enhance the access of our students to practitioners, so that those whom we are training to serve the public good have a deeper appreciation of the nature and the challenges of public life. In fact, as a junior at Binghamton, we called it SUNY Binghamton back then, in 1978, my participation in the SUNY Washington, D.C. semester program gave me an early appreciation of the value of access to the world of practice. And that experience has certainly informed my own perspectives over the years. But I also came to my current position with a deep and complementary conviction that we in the Academy have a profound obligation to ensure that our scholarship is injected into the worlds of policy and practice. As a result of my experiences at the University of Minnesota, I've never been more convinced that the institutions of public life, government, non-governmental organizations, philanthropic organizations, the media, don't make adequate use of the knowledge, the perspectives, the insights that come out of the rich array of research institutions and other institutions of higher learning throughout our country. My concern is heightened by the fact that among some of our political leaders, the world of scholarship is regarded with disdain. We should be deeply concerned about this flight from both scholarship and the analytical rigor that comes with it. What a recipe. What a recipe for the decline of civilization. In many cases, our worldwide competitors have greater reverence for the world of ideas, reflected ironically in the continuing flow of foreign students to our universities. So even as we all honor and applaud your important accomplishments today, allow me to urge you all to think actively and carefully about the application of your important work to contemporary challenges confronting our communities, our nation, and the world. And even if you don't really fashion yourself as an economic, social, or policy entrepreneur with the skills necessary to put your work into the challenges, discussions, and debates involving public life, I urge you to think about the practical application of your current and your future research. I urge you to encourage the colleges and the universities that will be so fortunate to have you with them I urge you to encourage them to spend time, energy, and resources in translational efforts to turn your work into applications that can promote the well-being of our society. I also urge you to consider engagement of your work in the process of policymaking and encourage you to press your future academic employers to promote such involvement by scholars. The imperative for this focus is clear and convincing. As governance becomes more and more complicated and demanding in light of globalization, a shift in world wealth from west to east, resource scarcity, climate change, and a range of other significant policy challenges that are emerging day in and day out before our very eyes, the contributions of scholars in the social sciences, the natural sciences, the humanities, will or should become more and more critical. And whether it's increasing income disparities, the erosion of social insurance programs for the poor and vulnerable in our country, the importance of renewed economic growth for all Americans, more effective efforts to meet the challenges of national emergencies like Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, considering the ethical dilemmas and challenges relating to the governance of emerging technologies, and on and on and on. You all have critical roles to play. And I encourage you toward a career and a life in community-engaged scholarship in the broadest sense of that word. So, graduates, PhD recipients, allow me to offer to you my heartfelt congratulations, my thanks not only for this honorary degree, but for the opportunity to return to an institution that has offered me so much. Thank you.